I had just finished another long, exhausting day at work in the heart of Australia. The sun had beaten down mercilessly, and the dry, arid landscape seemed to sap every ounce of energy from me. All I wanted was to collapse onto my bed and forget about the world for a while. Little did I know that my peaceful haven would turn into a scene from a nightmare. As I entered my modest home, I kicked off my dusty work boots and sighed with relief. The air conditioning was a welcome respite from the scorching heat outside. I peeled off my sweat-soaked clothes and slipped into something more comfortable, eager to escape the demands of the day. With a heavy thud, I plopped onto the bed, not bothering to pull back the sheets. I was too tired to care about anything else. All I wanted was a few moments of blissful rest. But as I lay there, the exhaustion pulling me deeper into the mattress, I felt an odd sensation on my left leg. It was as if 1,000 tiny hairs were gently tickling my skin. Lethargy and curiosity wrestled within me. I didn't want to move, but I couldn't ignore the persistent sensation. Slowly, I cracked open one eye and glanced down towards my leg. What I saw sent a surge of terror coursing through my veins. There on my leg was a creature that defied belief. It was a spider, but not just any spider. This monstrosity was the size of my hand, its hairy legs sprawling over my flesh. Panic surged as I realized that I was sharing my bed with this nightmarish arachnid. I let out a scream that could have woken the entire neighborhood. My heart raced, and I scrambled backward, trying to distance myself from the eight-legged horror. My mind was a blur of fear and revulsion as I fumbled for my phone, desperately trying to dial my boyfriend's number. My trembling fingers finally managed to hit the right buttons, and I held the phone to my ear, praying that he would answer. My voice was a shaky whisper as I begged, "Please, please pick up." Just when I thought I couldn't bear the suspense any longer, a groggy voice answered on the other end. "Hello? Who's this?" "It's me, Emily," I choked out, my voice quivering. "You need to come here right now. There's a giant spider in our bed, and I don't know what to do." The urgency in my voice must have jolted him awake, for there was a moment of silence, and then he replied with a sense of alarm, "I'll be right there, Emily. Stay on the line. Don't move." I clutched the phone tightly, my eyes never leaving the repulsive creature that had invaded my sanctuary. Every fiber of my being screamed for me to run, to flee the room, but I knew I couldn't leave this monstrous intruder unchecked. Minutes felt like hours as I waited for my boyfriend's hurried footsteps to approach our bedroom. Finally, the door burst open and he stood there, wide-eyed and disheveled, clutching a shotgun. "What's going on?" he demanded, scanning the room. I pointed a trembling finger at the bed. "There, it's on the bed." His gaze followed my trembling hand, and his expression changed from confusion to sheer horror as he saw the enormous spider. Without a second thought, he raised the shotgun and fired. The deafening blast echoed through the room, and the spider's lifeless body tumbled to the floor. My heart was still pounding, and I felt tears streaming down my face as the adrenaline began to subside. My boyfriend rushed over and held me tightly, whispering soothing words in my ear. I clung to him, grateful for his presence and quick action. As we stood there, the reality of the situation sank in. Australia, with its stunning landscapes and unique wildlife, was also home to some of the most terrifying spiders on the planet. I had learned a harsh lesson about the importance of being vigilant in this unforgiving environment. My boyfriend and I cleaned up the remnants of the spider and made sure there were no more lurking in the shadows. We vowed to be more cautious and aware of our surroundings, especially in a place like Australia, where unexpected encounters with giant spiders were not as rare as one might hope. That night, as I finally lay down to sleep, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was sharing my room with unseen terrors. I knew that in this vast and beautiful land, one had to always be on guard, for you never knew what might be lurking in the shadows of the Australian outback. Subscribe and click the notification bell to never miss out on new creepy and paranormal videos like this. Unveiling the unseen, embrace the shadows.